So how many of you were smart, right? Or you just, everything was fabulous? You were at convention. How many of you were at convention? Can I get a show of hands? Oh, you got some committed team members. Wow. Okay, so I spoke on stage. It was an honor. It was a freaky thing for me. I spent many a moments when the lady was speaking beforehand vomiting in the bathroom. It was good times. And so I was like, I can't do this. And Helen's like, yes, you can. And so I told my story. And one of the things I talked about was how God really humbled me, right? He slapped an extra 20 pounds on my body, and then all of a sudden I needed some plexus. And so, and diet and exercise was not enough. So here's what I want to train you on. So this is the journey. Lots of you love the information. You love it, and you don't like when I say just go sell it. You don't like that, but it's the truth. So what do we do when we have all this knowledge? Well, we got to back up a minute and think about, what do we do for a living? We sell a product. We don't get to be their coach, and we don't get to be their doctor. We don't get to play another cook in their kitchen. And I really want you to hear my heart on that, because how many of you desire to help a lot of people? A lot of people. Like you know that you know that you know that you know, right? You need to help a lot of people because you have found a level of inside out amazing changes for your body, your family's body. Yes? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. So would you believe me when I say that all that knowledge about what's in our product is not helping you meet a lot and help a lot of people? Can you wrap your mind around that for a second? In the beginning of my career with Plexus, it hurt my business that I knew so much. It did. And I don't know about you, you're probably better than I am. But I would meet a person and I would say, what are all your issues? And I'd be like, and then they're like, I still think in Southern Oregon there's like a ripple that's still coming. And so believe me when I say that I love the info too. And I'm going to tell you about our products. I'm going to tell you why they're special. But I want you to promise me you're going to harness the pony of crazy. Okay? Because sometimes you open yourself up to questions you can't handle. So Helen said to me, the C word, right? That yeasty thing. And I was like, girl, you have no clue what you threw out. Like, you don't even know what that is. Like, I lived it. We did every diet. We were SCD diet or regimented SCD diet for 2 years. You don't know what that is? Go look it up. You'll shake a moment. I had 39 hours a week in the kitchen making my son's food from scratch, and I don't make eggs. So it was hard. So that being said, I want to empower you that if you love the knowledge, fabulous, hold the pony tight. If you don't have the knowledge, you don't need the knowledge. You need a personal story. You need a reason you're helping people. And I want you to write that down. When you have a brand new person, I don't want a testimonial from them. I want the ability to go out of their comfort zone and share a story. And how do you know which story to tell to make our product appropriate for them? You have to learn to listen. It was the hardest lesson for me.
You have to learn what?
To listen. Okay. I want you to take it to heart. And some of you are going to leave here and you're like, I don't like her. I drove 4 hours and 5 plane rides today, and I don't like her. I'm okay with that because I have 24 years of business experience before Plexus. And I have experience that I can tell you that it's wonderful because one of your questions was, how do I talk to practitioners? So yeah, it's great to have the knowledge because you can go head to head, and I'm like, bring it. There is nothing you're going to ask me that I can't be prepared for, and you better shut up if you think you're going to beat me down. But, so back to what you want to think about. Learn to be a good listener. So circle that. You got to learn to ask a person, what do you want more of? What do you want more of? So give me a word. What would a person say to you? They want more what?
Joy. Energy.
Energy. Time. Joy. Right? Money. but usually health. So when they say health, it's kind of general, and you go, well, what does that look like? I always get like, y'all better turn those off. Me too. I want you to think about, what is it that they're missing out on? How many of you saw Sarah Marble, the awesome diamond Sarah Marble? She trained on compliance, and she used my story, which I didn't quite realize that was going to happen because I'm like buds with our lawyer. But it was like, I have an approved story. So the story she gave, that's an approved story of mine. But when you heard her ask, she said, teaching you, you have to ask, what are you missing? So Zona, you told me you need more energy. What would you do with it? What would you do with more energy? Well, I'd get off the couch and I'd garden more and I'd run after my kids. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm creating a personal connection because you don't care what I'm selling until you know that I care about what you need. So I'm not giving medical advice. I'm not putting myself in a position to be anything more than I am, because in this realm, I am a Plexus ambassador. So I want you to remember that. So ask, because when they have an emotional connection and you spend that time, you're also planting the seed to help them build a story as an ambassador. So then the next thing you want to write down is take notes. I keep a file on people so that when Stephanie comes back and complains that she don't want to spend $100 a month on Triplex, and then she's going to go use something else, and she's going to just diet and exercise, and I can say to her, okay, right? I don't want to say, no, you're being stupid, even though I want to say, Stephanie, because my job is to always meet her needs. So I'm going to say, Stephanie, I'm going to look at her file, and I'm going to say, how's your headaches? Oh, they're still gone. Okay. How's your energy? It's still improved. So with those amazing things, are you sure you want to give that up? I'm not making the decision for her. Do you all see what I'm doing? Please adopt it. We'll be heavier, bigger, amazing companies. You'll be able to help more people. Your customers will stick around. Was it hard? Was I creating some amount of, amazingness? No. But go back, be a good listener, ask the questions, relate it to what they need, make an emotional connection. Then I can say, it sounds like you'd be a perfect candidate for a triplex. It sounds like you'd be a perfect candidate for a slim. It sounds like you really could use some X Factor in your life. It sounds like you would really enjoy the benefits of Mega X. Have I promised? Nope. Have I vomited ingredients? Nope. And when they say, well, what's in it? Well, let's use Slim as an example. It's a plant-based balancer that helps your body balance your blood sugars to natural levels from the inside out. That's it. And they go, okay. In the beginning, this was the Aimee spiel. And the research, and they were like, oh my God. It's a wonder that we made it to Emerald in 10 short months. But I worked that dog and pony show all the way there with a stick of Slim, and I'm like, look at this, and here's my website, let's go. I knew nothing. There was no triplex going on in those days. It was all Slim. So let's back up to what are you going to do? And it sounds like you're a perfect candidate. And I'm not talking them into it. They've led me to it. And when they say, well, what's in it? How much does it cost? It's about a cup of coffee a day. Not, my husband, I love that man. He's put up with some crazy. But he came home the other day. He's like, I've got this guy at work, and he wants to try Slim, and he wanted to know how much it costs. And I told him it was $79.95. And I'm like, no! Why does he want to use it? I don't know. Well, my gosh! I know. Quit being a man! Because he's like, I just want to know how much it costs. I'm like, but there's no value to him. He has no value. Did you tell him, his lipids at normal levels, his lipid numbers, his energy, his belly? I mean, what are we doing? And he's like, no, I missed your training. So think about it. You're answering what they're asking. Please take that to heart. You're answering what they're asking. So when then they say to you, why is your Slim better than my diet? Ask them, what is it you're looking to improve? Always ask. Always ask. Ask them what you're looking to improve. because they wouldn't be talking to you if they were 100% stellar. They can always have room for improvement. Okay? Ask them. I know I'm like, pinch myself, hold the pony back. I mean, I know. I want to just, I can look at you and just go, and I want to do that. But then if they want more info, then I answer the question they're asking. So what is it in Slim that's going to help me not have those cravings? And you know, Aimee Paul, you might have heard of her. I heard her do a guest event. We did one in Vancouver, Washington a couple weeks back, and she gave the most elementary answer I've ever heard. But someone said, so what is Slim? And she's like, you know how you like want to eat chips, like a bag of chips? And we're like, yeah, right? Yeah. She goes, I don't feel like I have to eat the whole bag anymore. That's what Slim does. I was like, alpha-lipoic acid, Yersinia conversion, and chlorogenic acid. And she's like, no, shut up. And that is what people want. They want an emotional connection. Do some of your people want more? Well, is it them or is it you? Do they want more information or do you want them to know more information? And I know that's kind of a hard pill to swallow because Helen kept saying that. She's like, your events are so long. And your events are like a class, like a PhD.
Okay. For the record,
because I
never said it like that.
I think she did. Zona backed me up. Zona was at my original classes. Zona came all the way.
I'm nice, right? So just say I'm nice.
Oh, you're so good.
Thank you.
Friend.
I love you too, Aimee.
I know. You better. You're my second line. Okay, so when you think about this, I want you to write this down, and I want you to slowly start to change and improve what you're doing. If you're already doing this, fabulous. Then this training is just a reiteration for you to know that you're on the right track. Now go talk to more people and keep doing what you already know to do. If you're not doing it in this fashion, then start making small changes. It took me 1.5 years, 2 years to start really not vomiting. So when they ask for more info, I ask them what they're looking for. So let me give a couple examples. Okay? If we're talking Slim and they're uber unhealthy, you're teaching them that Aimee Paul type thing. You know how it's making you not crave? Yeah, it doesn't do that anymore. I can eat some chips and not have to eat the whole bag. Okay, I can walk in a donut shop and go, oh, pretty. You know, Voodoo Donuts, pretty. Long line, don't know why. And because, you know, I'm in the Portland area. So you want to relate to them. And the less information that you're giving them, the more opportunity they have for an emotional connection. Because they have to have a reason why they want it. So with Slim, if they're not healthy, it's very simple. Show them what the benefit could be based on their needs. And if they really start saying, well, what's in it? You can tell them. Chromium. What else is in it? You know? Yersinia cambogia. What else is in it? Alpha-lipoic acid. What else is in it? Whole leaf stevia. Get the whole leaf part in there, because then people that know a ton, they get freaky. They're like, is it hexane? Oh, it's whole leaf stevia. Okay, so when they're asking these questions, okay, wait, quick story, quick. I'm in Eugene, Oregon, right? Capital of we don't need to act weird, we just are. And I'm in Eugene, I'm at a health fair, and this totally imbalanced body of a woman walks up. And I've been there, but she walks up and she's got like a 40 of Pepsi, and she smells like herbs. She could be my people, but she's not. And she stood there and she's like, so what's in it? Oh, no, I'm not. That's not natural. That is what you're experiencing in the field. You're experiencing that. You're experiencing people that look at our bag and they go, oh, polydextrose, bye. But they don't really understand the benefit of a polydextrose. It's an inulin, you guys. It's a prebiotic. It's feeding the good gut bacteria. So if you know a couple things, you can then talk with a person and say, it has, blah, and then breathe, smile, look for a moment that they have an idea of what that is. And if they're really super knowledgeable, for the person that asked, what do you do with practitioners? You want to ask them, notice the theme, what do they always see? Ask them, what do you always see? Because then you can agree. They're driving the train. They're like, oh, I see the same thing all the time. These people can't stick to a diet. You know, what I'm finding with my clients with Slim is that they no longer have to stick to a diet. They just stick to the diet. So every one of you that just recruited your nutritionist better give me some money. Because that's how. Because you need to put it in their court, you guys. You're going after them. You're telling that person. You're telling them because you're excited, and you should be because you have something like nothing else. Because you know what? At the end of the day, Helen McFadden is right. Why is Slim special? Every one of you in this room has looked up every ingredient. You know the other benefits that those ingredients bring to our body beyond the package. I agree with you. It is not okay to say those things because that's not our company claim. We have to stick to what's on the package. However, when you've asked wonderful questions and you just sit there and you take a little note and you go, energy, gland issues, stubborn weight, you know, autoimmune, like whatever their issues are, and you're writing these things down, you go, you sounds like you'd be an excellent candidate for the balancing power of Slim. And then they go, yes, I would. And they do it. Have faith in that. It's true. It happens. And so when they say to you, right, what is it? You can just say, well, I'm sure you know the power of alpha-lipoic acid. And they're like, she knows I'm right. That's what you're going to do. So when I have those people that walk up to me at booths and they're like, I don't know, it's, and I take 20 things. And you go, do you love taking 20 things? I loved spending $700 a month on 20 things that now have been replaced by 5 for $170 a month. But I don't want to combat that. So when Helen said to me, it's the synergistic effects, she's right. So when someone says to you, why is Slim so special? You can say to them, because irregardless of your level of health or lack of health, Slim has the ability to balance your body from the inside out with the ingredients you already know to be powerful. Arsenea, alpha-lipoic acid. Do you see? Do you see? Okay? Somebody's going to run that all the way to Emerald in this room. Because that is how you can do it, you guys. I'm not kidding. I actually kind of know. If you gave somebody else the power to make the decision for themselves, they'll own it, they'll stick around, they'll make changes, they'll go past the 6th month. 4 to 6 months is the miracle on a body's turnover. 4 to 6 months. So here's where I would empower you also. Stop trying to convince people. Network marketing is the best. Just go live it. Our product is the best. Just go live it. Shorten up your Facebook posts. Quit blabbing about the ingredients and just start talking about the emotional connection. Can you run a chainsaw so much longer than you used to be able to? Can you sleep a full night? Thank you, Plexus. Can you run after your kids? Can you pay off a debt? Can you retire a husband from a dangerous job? What can you do because of the power of Plexus? And then you got to learn to be thick-skinned, because not every product is for every person. You've watched my video. Not every ingredient is going to be a wonderful thing for every person. So let it go. Okay? So that's Slim. Why is ProBio 5 so powerful? Because of that, the blend. Go watch my video. I very succinctly tell you why. I made a ProBio 5 only video because you hammered me until I did, and I finally made it in the most appropriate way I could. I can't talk about Miley Cyrus's tongue anymore. Yeah. If you remember the original video, it was furry. She scares me. I saw her on the cover magazine. If you want to think about why is ProBio 5, it's okay to talk to somebody like me and say, I don't know why, but I feel amazing. And I have run out of ProBio 5. I've gone back to my product, and oh my goodness. I don't know what it can do for you, but it sounds like you're a candidate for it. Okay? And how do you warn them about die-off? You asked me that too. Well, I'm a believer in not planting seeds you don't want to see grow into fruition. So this is where your job is to not tell somebody, I had headaches from Slim alone for 8 solid days. I only continued with that product because I knew what the ingredients were doing, and I knew that I was detoxing, and I'm willing to stay the course. Most of your clients aren't. Most of your team members aren't. So before you have that moment of, I want to warn her. No, you don't. Let it go. Start learning what Herxenheimer/detox reactions are. Just have that knowledge again, hold the pony in your back pocket. And then as you check on your customer, you can say, tell me what you love best this week. Not how's it going, not did you try it, right? Tell me what you love best. Tell me what you're loving. I don't know, I've kind of had a headache. So what's the first thing I see my team members do? They go, oh, that's because you're detoxing, drink more water. No, hold the pony in. And the fear that she's gonna drop off before she sees the miracle, because I know your fears, I had them too. Take a deep breath, and my friend Helen always has taught me. This morning over breakfast, she slapped me again at the restaurant. She gave me a mental. I know, she's like, trust the process, Aimee, trust the process. I'm like, I don't want to. And so even I have trust the process moments. And so trust it. You're going to say, you have headaches? That's exciting. Tell me about your water. When are you drinking it and how much? I don't know. And most of your clients are liars. I was like, I drink plenty of water. I drink plenty of water. Then I did a water app, and I'm like, I am the Sahara Desert. I am not drinking enough water. I'm a wrinkled up, alpha lipoic, holding all my fat cells in. I mean, it's mad. There's nothing detoxing, right? I'm not drinking enough water. So that's where I was the practitioner that when you came to me and you had all these issues and gut issues, and a normal practitioner takes away 20 items out of your diet, right? And then we add in 50 different supplements, and then we hope to shake it out in the process. We do what's called an elimination diet, and it's very cumbersome. I'm used to that model, so are you, so are your people. And so when I was experiencing, you'd say dairy, it's dairy, cow dairy, right? And I'd go, okay, so don't eat it. And then invariably in the 30 days, she'd come back and she'd say, oh my gosh, I ate pizza. And I'm like, I'm bloated and I'm gassy, and I was like sick and then constipated. And I was like, and I would get so excited because I knew that we were on the right track. So I will say, I'm sorry, I don't mean to get excited. I'm sorry you're having a headache, but that's exciting. That's exciting because it's very rare that you have somebody with a true citric acid allergy or a true Garcinia issue, or, you know, it's kind of rare, guys. We work with the masses. There's always going to be oddball. There will always be people you can't help. You will always have team members that never end up losing weight. You will always have problems. You will always have hot flashes went away, but she never budged a dime on weight. It will happen. The body is created individually. If you truly believe that, you'll relax about that part of our business. And so when she says, I'm having headaches, I have my happy moment. Yes, because you know what that says to me? It's coming. And so I start them on Slim. I ask them the questions. Tell me what you love best. I keep notes, and I keep going. I don't say, right? I don't chicken little anything. And so that's where, when she says that, I say, please write that down, write that down. I'm expecting that they're going to keep a journal. None of them do. I'm doing it for them. But I'm keeping a journal. I'm like, your headaches went away on day 7. Your energy improved. Okay. All of those things. Now, did I do any of these things in the beginning of my journey? Did Helen teach me any of those things when she sold me product? No, because we didn't know any better. But now what I realize 3 years later is that there's trends. Each one of you is part of a curve, and I'm learning from your experiences. And so that's where all of that happens, okay? So where I would say to you is, then you say, tell me about water. And then you encourage them, and then they own it. And then they'll say, well, I hate water. And then you'll say, well, how do you think you could get it in you? And then they'll say, I don't know. And you'll say, well, if you thought you knew. And so then they're like, well, maybe if it had lemon in it. I'm like, okay, do you know where a market is to get some? And so I play ball, okay? Because if you don't own it, you won't do it. And if you won't do it, I don't play drag. Right? Who has time for that? We have almost 3,000 team members and so many other people that I have the blessing of being part of their life journey with Plexus. I have no time to drag. If you're ready, then you're ready. When she mailed me the product, I threw it in a drawer. A month went by, I wasn't ready. I went to St. Martin. I had to buy a bathing suit. I lived kind of like y'all do. There's no place but Walmart. And I had to buy it the night before because I had gotten so big that my bathing suit did not fit. You betcha. I'm on the phone with Helen. How do I get a wholesale account? Because I had a need finally. Okay. BioCleanse, same thing. I actually start people Slim, BioCleanse, ProBio 5. So the person that asked me, how do you talk about detox? Well, I'm communicating as we go, and I'm giving suggestions as we go. But I'm also putting them into BioCleanse second, because if you know you're drawing toxins out of the body through the stool, you're oxygenating, you're changing alkalinity, all those wonderful things are happening with BioCleanse. So if you get it in a person second, which I never did in the beginning, and then somebody that I've had the privilege of learning from, brilliant person, said, why is your ProBio 5 coming second? You know all those people that are having detox reactions because they're all either heavy or they've been on meds or they really weren't as clean as they thought they were. You know how they're all having problems? I'm like, yeah, because if we get them on BioCleanse second, do you think we could cut down the detox? I was like, oh yeah, girl, let's do that. And then the whole next wave of people we started doing that with. So I start them on Slim, then BioCleanse, then ProBio 5. If they can't take Slim and they're having problems because they've got so many other things going on, then I start them on ProBio 5 only. Don't be afraid to let someone buy a triplex. Tell them to put it on the shelf. Let's give you a good solid week to 10 days on Bio or ProBio 5 first, okay? And then you're talking that X Factor. You guys, that's an amazing whole leaf gel blend. There's nothing like that. And you really want to talk to people. That is actually my gateway product for those healthy folk that won't look at triplex yet. That's my gateway product. Because X Factor is unlike anything else. And this is where you can use me. My nutritionist friend, she was taking X Factor, and then she had a company come to her that she knows that sold her a raw, organic, amazing 4 pages of ingredients product, and she took her whole family off of X Factor. And then her husband came to her and said, I don't know what you've done, but you've done something and I want it back. And then if any of you follow me on Facebook, you've seen the Aimee hair saga. X Factor makes my hair sprout out of my head. Why? Because my body's getting enough to where it can put effort into nails and hair. So X Factor is your gateway product. I'm always asking people, do you love your multi? Do you love your multi? Do you love your multi? You live up here in the land of dreary. Get everybody on X Factor, okay? Because they all need it. So if you're looking for a way to open a relationship with somebody, then start talking about X Factor. And I don't ever, in any product we carry, sell a person on why. I ask them, and I will leave you with this. I ask them, do you love your multi? Do you love your energy? Do you love where you are in your health journey? Do you love how strong you are right now? Do you love how fast you can run? Do you love everything about everything, right? Now, when they say, yeah, I'm fabulous, right? And you can say, you are the perfect person to tell me who you know that wants to be more like you. Because healthy people always have a following of unhealthy people that want to be just like them. So they're automatically my market. Okay? So that's how I think. I'm always thinking that way. So I want you to understand that so many of the things we do, you just need to improve. One little slight tweak, and whatever stuckness you have in your business right now will dislodge and move. Because it becomes, every one of you in this room raised your hand and said, your goal is to help as many people as you can. But my question to Zona is the same question I have for you. How many? How fast? Because until it has a number and a date, so my goal every day is to help 2 more. And my prayer every morning is, Lord, please put in front of me the people that need what I have, can make a decision right now, and let me be bold enough to tell them what I have.
Love it. Good job.